They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Temple Owls, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and Lincoln Financial Field. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the Temple Owls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Owls have been waiting, and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And here's the return. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So Delaware's offense will get the ball first. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, they're not going to do what happened last week. You can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And the Blue Hens with a second and short to keep this drive moving. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line's going to have to play a lot better here.
Wants to throw on third down. With the catch, it's Tyree. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. So Temple's offense will go to work for the first time. And here comes, for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this. And he has never played against competition like this either, David.
No, it's crazy. And that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first guy to touch the football. It's going to revolve around him, and that's a lot to ask of a freshman.
An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Listen, I would feed this guy. Listen, I can run RPOs all I want, but I just need to know if it's a tie, give it to this guy. He'll make plays. He's got speed. He'll hit the hole. He's a physical runner, so I'd keep feeding this guy for sure.
They're just marching in and already threatening in the red zone. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. Got it behind the line. It's Hardy. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Let's talk for just a second about Temple. You start the season, top 25, clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls. They're on the board first here in the season opener. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Looking for more room. Touchdown Owls! And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Got it across the 20 and out to the 23, a pickup of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Caught in the backfield. It's Ellison. Jukes his way for more. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
Offense has it at the 28 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Catch in the middle. It's Tyree. He's close to the first down, but they're gonna mark him just a little short.
Well, they execute the in route. Now, how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
And the Blue Hens really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's going to go backwards, and they force a 4th down. What a play by this defensive front. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Guys, let's think for just a moment about Temple. Their offseason, just what they were looking for. Top 10 recruiting class. Now they've got to figure out how to best use that talent, Jesse.
Well, not just difference makers in this top 10 class, but they've got some guys that they think can be key contributors both on offense and defense. And in this first game, you know they've got to be excited.
Yeah, and they're probably nervous too, right? Like first big-time stage, big-time moment. A lot of young talent. Let's see how they start their career off. Yeah, and some quarterbacks just read your mail. And Palmer, it looked like he read blitz all the way and knew his answer.
Yeah, David, you could tell this guy spent a lot of time studying film leading up to this game. They knew this defense was going to try to pressure him, so you want to know where your answers are against the blitz, and he found it there, dumping it off to his back.
Working on the right. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. They go to the ground.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Pulls and throws off the RPO.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 14 to Georgia. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Picks his way ahead, pickup of 3, and gets it to the 20-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Caught near the sticks. It's Tyree. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
Well, this defense has been outstanding in coverage early in this game. We're just in the first quarter. Of course, they already have an interception. They should have had their second right there.
Final play of the quarter coming. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. We've come to the end of the period, and Temple is holding the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Blue Hens decide to punt it away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end.
And a huge thank you in order right there. That returner's literally going to go find my man and go, thank you so much for making up for my mistake. That could have been huge, but the offense caught a break and fell on it.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Right on the money. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Owls come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. It's on target and complete. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Temple lining up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looking for space, it's Ellison. And he has had a long day at the office, not to mention the backfield, as the defense has been all over him.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it because he really didn't have a choice because he was going to wear that one regardless.
Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Inside the 45. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely.
Man-to-man coverage is a great opportunity for scrambling quarterbacks to take off and run because everybody on defense who's covering has their backs turned to the quarterback, obviously, because they're chasing an intended receiver or target. So good job that time by the quarterback knowing I've got man coverage. If it's not open, I can take off and go make something positive happen.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He'll pull it on the read. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
He'll do it himself. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on third down. The Blue Hens line up to punt it away. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
The Owls can really attack on this 2nd and short.
Here we go.
Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play, and I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, and a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
The Owls with myriad options after that big pickup on first down.
Let's go.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker. It's Hardy. Across the 50-yard line on the huge pickup, and he's out of bounds at the 45.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. Good play downfield by the DB.
Really good coverage by the DB there, and an even a better job of locating the football and then knocking it away.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to keep it in the air. Using his feet to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. Almost had a lot more room there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 36.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. What a play there, and he rips off a big one all the way to the 16-yard line.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They'll throw it from the red zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And the pass is incomplete, but it might not matter. Flag is down, and it looked as if the defense was roughing up that receiver.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
Temple will line up with a 1st and goal.
Press. Let go.
Trying to bully their way in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Here we go. Set up.
Tries again to get it in. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here.
Down. 180.
They'll run the toss. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Owls. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
Out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating my go-to guy at receiver. Who can I count on one-on-one to go and make me a play? Maybe even one-on-two. Who can go up, catch the ball, get us some yards, and get us some points?
They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger. Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse, they'd love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Mason.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll immediately call timeout. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half.
Ready.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He'll pull it down. He gets the job done, picking up the 1st down, then getting down. The offense will quickly use a timeout. And as the first half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. The kicker will reach for a 36-yard attempt. Never a doubt. and they'll trot off to the locker room after the field goal to close the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a terrific scene there today in Philly. And this offense has been the story through 2 quarters, extending this lead and really dominating almost every aspect of this game. We're talking lethal efficiency from the O-line right on down to the skill position guys. Although I'd argue those big uglies up front are skilled players in their own right. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Lincoln Financial Field.
And the Blue Hens will kick it off to start the second half. And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. They keep it on the ground to open the third. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
He'll keep it himself. Got the first down, looking for more. Open field on the right. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 at the 11.
You know, it's so unique to find quarterbacks that have these types of moves in the open field. You oftentimes find guys that can run very quickly straight line, but how about the shiftiness of this quarterback and the ability to make people miss? That's impressive.
They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3 and out the last time they had the ball.
Base 27 jump. Base 27 jump. Ready.
On the option. He'll pitch it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
The draw draws nothing except a swarm of tacklers. He's stopped immediately.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grab near the sticks. It's Wilson. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kelly. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And that's a great example of this quarterback having intense confidence in his own arm talent. That was not an easy window to throw into, but he had the ability, and he knew it.
The Blue Hens come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Sends it back in motion. Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Catch in the middle, it's Kelly. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on 3rd down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback, got him on the ground.
And the Blue Hens with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Tyree. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to
turning it on! And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Working that left side now. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
You just got to get this guy going in the offense. You got to hand it off to him. You got to throw it to him, too, on all different types of downs. I love it on 1st down here. Just getting him the ball in the passing game, let him make something happen and set up 2nd and short.
He's run out of bounds, but they've got it now 1st and goal.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all week long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Hit as he throws. Knocked away, incomplete, and quarters get tied in the red zone.
Really nice job of awareness on 1st down that time by the defender. He sees it thrown, he's able to knock it down for the incompletion.
Let's go! Let's go!
Pushes toward the goal line. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Great job by the defense that time, bowing up. You're on your own goal line, so you've got to be great against the run, and they forced that ball to go to the outside, use their speed to bring the ball carrier down.
And now after getting knocked back, they'll try it again, this time from the 5 on 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And look at the quarterback, look at the players on offense. They're overlooking at the sidelines, begging to stay on the field and try and score this touchdown. They've been on the field for so many plays, for so long. When you've done all that work, you want to capitalize and you want to score a touchdown. You don't want to be kicking a field goal at this point.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. South Carolina has the lead right now, but this Williams-Brice crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet today. They're up by 10 over Miami. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Temple takes over and the offense will return to the field. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got his man downfield. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Caught in the backfield, it's Smith. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there, and as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of yards.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Hardy. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. Guys, it's Temple with the lead here at the end of the quarter. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So we open the final period with a third down play.
Military stop.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
And the Owls pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Past the sticks, and he may get more. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on 2nd and goal from the 6. Quick pass on the fly motion. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Second and goal, and the defense was not fooled. It looked like they knew exactly when that guy came in motion across the formation. They said he's getting the football. They played uphill, get the tackle for a loss, and force a third down and goal situation.
It's third and goal and third and long.
Dip three soda. Here we go, set.
They'll try the run. And tackled there by the defense.
And decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in there, Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, you know, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse if you went for a touchdown and didn't get it. I think you kick it right here.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, David.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quickly complete. There he goes. Love to see these third down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line. The Blue Hens come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to pop the draw. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. And the Blue Hens are on the move. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
You know, if you want to run the ball up the middle, you're going to have to block that guy. I mean, nobody even touched him, and he slanted right into the backfield, made the tackle for loss.
The Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Brown. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Man, you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
Well, you just sort of felt like this defense had to do something to get this quarterback out of a rhythm, right? He's been picking them apart all drive long, and finally they come up with a sack.
And the Blue Hens trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run. Not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And they cut into this lead a little bit, but, man, it's still a huge deficit. And they're going to need their defense to get a stop in this fourth quarter and get them the ball back quickly, still down by a good bit of points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds right around the 34-yard line, and now they've got a little something brewing. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now, my job is to put another long drive together.
He hurls one deep down the left side. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down.
Trick 9B. Trick.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long.
Here we go. Here we go.
Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook a little bit.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's a heat. Makes the grab, it's Lewis. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
And this defense is more than happy with the offense running the football. They've done a great job today. I mean, they've really made this offense work so hard, earn everything they've gotten, and that's why this lead is ballooned like it has.
Rides to back and leaves it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. Oh, this defense wants to bring some pressure. Finds his tight end. He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36.
Ready.
The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Yeah, great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.